Okay, family, I hope you can see me just fine. I'm sitting in this dark car, at the house. Gotta be my own cameraman at the same time, so I hope you can see me. It's April 1st. A lot of people are gonna start talking about April Fool's Day. They really should be talking about something more along the lines of the Council of Trent, going from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar in 1563, but most people are stupid. Most people are fools in April. Okay, today we're going to be talking about how your oppressor has weaponized money. What they do, they Hellenize you, they colonize you, and they give you their language, their customs, their holidays, and you financially pay for them. And you do this every month of every year without fail. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, and how you so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, we're going to be talking about how keeping the Most High God of Israel's laws can really impact the oppressor financially. You wouldn't believe that, but it's true. Let's go to, we'll probably start off with Deuteronomy. Let's start off with Deuteronomy 5. Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 6. And we're going to get the first commandment. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. Verse 7. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So this is the very first commandment. And the oppressor knows this, and he can weaponize the very first commandment against you by giving you their gods. They give you Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You look into the etymology of these days, those are other gods. That's a no-no to you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. They give you tennis shoes, Nike, that's the Greek goddess of victory. They give you Christmas. You can look into the etymology of that. Everything is going to have something to do with another god from another nation, okay? So now we got that established. Let's go to the book of Esther, okay? The book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 8. And it says, and Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. So Haman is telling this king, he said, look, it's a scattered people in your province. Haman is talking about the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, because when they break God's law, they get scattered, according to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28. So he said, there's a people scattered through your province, and their laws is different from yours, and they different from all nations. You so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, y'all laws aren't like the Chinese, the Greeks, the Arabs, the white man's nobodies. Y'all got y'all own customs and heritage, okay? You got your own way to eat, dress, work, all of that. Okay, so Haman is telling this king this. He said, since they laws are different, it's not even good for you to tolerate these people. Haman was trying to get these people killed. Now, we got that out of the common King James Bible, because most Bibles now don't have the Apocrypha. But if you get your 1611 King James Bible, it will have the Apocrypha in it. And you can go to the same book called The Editions of Esther, and you can read the same thing again. Okay, let's go there. Let's see. The lighting is so funny in this car, it hurts my eyes. Okay, let's see what chapter. This chapter 16. We're going to chapter 13. Chapter 13, verse 4. Okay. When I asked my counselors how this end might be accomplished, Haman, who excels among us in soundness of judgment and is distinguished for his unfailing loyalty and steadfast fidelity, and has attained the second rank in the kingdom, pointed out to us that among all the nations of the world there is scattered and ill-disposed people with laws contrary to those of every nation, which continually disregards the royal ordinances, so that the unifying of our realm, directed by us with the best intentions, cannot be effected. Understanding therefore that this nation and it alone stands in constant opposition to all men, perversely following a strange manner of life and laws, and ill disposed to our administration, doing all the harm it can, so that our rule may not be made secure, we have decreed that the persons designated in the letters sent to you by Haman, who is in charge of our administration and is a second father to us, shall all, with their wives and children, be destroyed, root and branch, by the sword of their enemies, without pity or mercy, on the 14th day of the 12th month of Adar of this present year, so that they who all along have been disaffected may in a single day go down through violence to Hades and leave our government secure and undisturbed for the future. So your laws are so different, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, that make up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, that the government wants you out of there, because you got your own custom and heritage. You got your own God. They see you as a threat. You know, they don't want to tolerate you when you come back to your God, to your customs, to your heritage. Okay? Okay, let's go into the New Testament, because it's important that you understand, when you have your own God, your own custom, your own heritage, you spend with your own people, you marry your own people, you don't go into idolatry, you build your own nation. That's what this is about. You don't give all your money, which is a resource, to strangers, okay? Strangers are the white man, the Arab man, the African man, the Chinese man, the Japanese man. Those are strangers. If they not the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, they strangers, okay? This is the book of Acts, chapter 16, verse 19. And we're going to jump up to 16, verse 16. And it came to pass, as we went to prayer, a certain damsel possessed with a spirit of divination met us. So this woman, she had a particular spirit on her that let her do like witchcraft or sorcery or something. Fortune telling, something of that nature. Okay? And it came to pass, as we went to prayer, a certain damsel possessed with a spirit of divination met us, which brought her masters much gain by soothsaying. So she was a fortune teller, and she brought her masters much gain financially. Okay, verse 17. The same followed Paul and us, and cried, saying, these men are the servants of the Most High God, which show unto us the way of salvation. So this lady probably was an Israelite. She was just probably, raised up under the customs of strangers, okay, of dogs, of heathens. So she would just be weaponized by them to bring them financial gain, okay? So Paul was showing them the way to salvation. What's the way to salvation? Return to the laws of the Most High God and remember the very first commandment. I'm the Lord that brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. There shall have no other gods before me. Okay, that's the first commandment. That's the way to salvation. Okay. Verse 18. And this did she many days. But Paul, being grieved, turned and said to the spirit, I command thee in the name of Jesus Christ to come out of her. And he came out the same hour. So Paul didn't even talk to the woman. He talked to the spirit she was possessed with and brought the spirit out of the woman. Okay. Verse 19. And when her master saw that the hope of their gains was gone, they caught Paul and Silas and drew them into the marketplace unto the rulers. Verse 20. And brought them to the magistrates, saying, These men, being Jews, do exceedingly trouble our city. Verse 21. And teach customs which are not lawful for us to receive, neither to observe, being Romans. Verse 22. And the multitude rose up together against them, and the magistrates rent off their clothes and commanded to beat them. Verse 23. And when they had laid many stripes upon them, they cast them into prison, charging the jailer to keep them safely. Verse 24. Who having received such charge, thrust them into the inner prison and made their feet fast in the stocks. So what happened here, when Paul brought that spirit out of this damsel that was possessed, who made these men money, they started going broke. So they went to the judges and got Paul beat. That's how deep the laws of the Most High goes. It affects the system. It affects the government financially. So you need to know that, because they're not going to tell you that in church. Okay, let's go to another chapter. Let's go to another book. We're going to stay in let's go to another chapter. We're going to stay in the same book. The book is still Acts. The chapter is going from 16 to 19. And we're going to go to verse. We're going to start at Acts chapter 19, verse 24. For a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen. So there's a craftsman. He makes statues for money. He makes statues of the goddess Diana. And he don't make little money. He don't make chump change. He make big money, for the craftsmen. For they craft, for they art, they get paid a lot for it. Verse 25, whom he called together with the workmen of like occupation and said, Sirs, ye know that by this craft we have our wealth. So he calls a meeting with the other artists and he say, we get paid by making statues of this goddess. Okay. Which is idolatry to you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Verse 26. Moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, this Paul has persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods, which are made with hands. So he telling the other artists that make these statues of this Greek goddess Diana, he said, man, have y'all heard of this dude Paul? He go everywhere saying that we not making the living God with our hands. Okay. Verse 27. So that not only this our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised and her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world worship it. So he telling them the ramifications of Paul going around teaching the way of salvation to the scattered Jews. Okay. Because Paul is going against the social institutions of monetary gain. Okay. Verse 28. And when they heard these sayings, they were full of wrath and cried out, saying, Great is Diana of the Ephesians. Okay. So this is what's going on. I thought I would just enlighten you and show you that if you stop feeding into what your oppressor puts in front of you on TV, telling you who to worship, telling you what to buy, then you can affect them financially. What happens when you affect them financially, you so-called Negroes? Black Wall Street comes back. Okay. What happens? You so-called Native Americans, you so-called Hispanics, y'all can start being self-sufficient, self-reliant. You can get your communities back and stop letting these people push you on reservations to drink yourselves to death, to commit suicide. Okay? You got to take back your power. Stop giving away your resource. I hope you were edified. to see that you're nothing but a dollar sign and a servant and a slave and a hewer of wood and a drawer of water to your oppressor. So if the words is too big, just go check out the references. Read your Bible, study history, keep your faith in the Most High. Study to show yourself approved. With that being said, peace.